Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. We finally, hopefully, get to shut these Dallas Cowboy fans up. The Philadelphia Eagles host the Dallas Cowboys, sitting at 7-1, them at 5-2. This means a little bit of cushion for the Eagles if they're able to win, go into the bye feeling good. And if we're able to beat the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to be feeling bad. They're not going to have anything to talk about for a little while. I say that, and next week they'll be right back to talking that junk. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, it's just another game. Who cared?" No, it is not just another game. It is time to go out there and shut these boys up. They've been talking all off season. So today I want to talk about what the Eagles can do. 3 things that they can do to keep the main thing, and go out there and get a victory. Now, this is going to be a good game. The Dallas Cowboys have been looking good. The Eagles have been looking suspect in some areas, right? So this is going to be time for us to kind of get on the right path. We're going to finally have some guys back healthy. So let's get into it.
You want Philly food?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So it's your boy Joe Castro, a.k.a. Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So like I said, we will be hosting those Dallas Cowboys, and I cannot wait to shut them up. They have been coming in. They're coming in kind of hot. I'm going to be honest with you. They've had a couple good games. The offense looks like it's finally catching up with the defense. Defense has looked very good with the exception of a couple games. They have weaknesses. They have strengths just like we do. So this is going to be a really good matchup, obviously a divisional matchup, so it means a little bit more. But at the end of the day, the Eagles have things right in front of them. They have stuff that they can do to go out there and dominate these boys, and I'm going to give you 3 things that I think the Eagles can do to go ahead and win this game. Now, before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family, man. We are on the road to 1 billion, majillion subscribers, so, just join the family, man. I don't really care about the numbers. As long as you enjoy the content, as long as you guys interact and we have some fun doing this, that's all that really matters to me. But let's hop right into it. So look, the Philadelphia Eagles, like I said, have been kind of up and down, man. It's been a lot of, one week the defense looks amazing. The next week the defense looks crazy. The one week the offense looks unstoppable. The next week the offense still looks unstoppable. It feels like we're the only ones that can realistically get in our way. And the Cowboys are going to come into Philly and they are going to look to shut us up. I mean, look, at the end of the day, whether they want to admit it or any other team wants to admit it, any other fan wants to admit it, the Eagles are the bar right now. The Philadelphia Eagles, the only team with only 1 loss, sitting at 7-1. Like I said, Dallas Cowboys at 5-2. If we lose this game, the division is now tied. We go into the bye week, hopefully get a little bit healthier, but then we go into a gauntlet of games where we're not only looking at who we're playing, but we're looking at Dallas and trying to get that one up on them again. So if we're able to win this game, puts us in a really good position for the rest of the season. So I think that we can do it. I feel it in my bones that we will. This is going to be a really, really good game. But look, the first thing I want to talk about is going to be something that we've been talking about this for a while, and look, Jalen Hurts got to step up, man. It really comes down to that. He's got to protect the rock. He's got to protect that ball. If we go out there and give up 2, 3, turnovers, it's not going to be pretty. We have to win that turnover battle, and it starts with the offense. The defense has shown to be very opportunistic. They've shown to be able to, take the ball away in key times, right? We look at the Washington game. Towards the end of the game, they were kind of getting hold the whole game, but towards the end of the game, they're able to get some turnovers, able to get some stops that were just key. So it might be something like that again this week where the defense might, they might give up some plays. It is what it is, and we'll talk about that, but you have to, on the offensive side of the ball, be protecting that ball. Take your time on drives. Take long drives. Take time off that clock. The best defense against a hot Dak, in my opinion, realistically, is keeping them off the field. And you know that they have a very good defense, but you can demoralize them by running the ball, by holding on to the ball for long drives, scoring at the end of every drive. These are things that the Eagles have been showing that they can do pretty consistently. Like I said, the Eagles have been getting in their own way with turnovers, with mistakes, with, drop balls, stuff like that, all stuff that's fixable. So my first thing is realistically, Jalen, just hold on to that ball. Don't let them get, opportunistic. Don't give the Dallas offense short fields. That's how they're getting a lot of their points, and it's no knock on them. They're being opportunistic just like we are sometimes when we get short fields, but we cannot allow that to be a normal for them. And they have a very good special teams as well. So if you're looking at, hey, we're going to punt the ball, Kevontae Turpin Turpin is a guy. Look, I was able to work with Dante Hall for a while, and he told me that he reminds him of him. So you got a mini Dante Hall back there returning punts, returning kicks. You don't want to make it a habit that you're punting the ball to him. You don't want to make it a habit that you're giving that special teams an opportunity to make something big happen. And on the other end, you want to slow down that defense, right? If you can continuously have long drives, you're going to slow their defense down. You're going to get their defense tired. By the second half, they're going to be gassed, okay? So that's what I'm looking for. We know that we got Tyler Steen. Well, we don't know, but we're hearing that Tyler Steen is most likely going to be starting over Suopeta, which I love to hear and love to see. I think that what he did on those 6 snaps was very telling, and what he did in the preseason was very telling. So I'm excited to see him. I think that the offensive line is going to be very, very good and much improved in the run game. So I'm looking for these running backs, Jalen Hurts himself, these wide receivers, when that ball's in their hand, do not give up the rock, because they will take advantage of it. We have seen it. They will take advantage of it. So that's going to be my big, number one thing. I don't know if it's the main. I think it is the main thing. I think it's probably the most important thing. If you can go out there and win turnover battles, you're most likely going to win that game. Now, we've won a lot of games even losing the turnover battle, so you can make an argument either way, but I think that going into this game, you have to pound it in these guys' head, hold on to that rock, protect the rock. Now, the second thing, look, I think a lot of Eagles fans will agree with me here. It might be time to get swifty with it. Might be time to go back and get swifty with it. We've seen DeAndre Swift have some big, big games, and I've said we need to hold on to that ball, keep drives alive, keep it going, keep long, 6, 7, 8, 9 play drives going, and this guy could be a catalyst for it. DeAndre Swift has been amazing for the Philadelphia Eagles when given the opportunity. Now, we do hear that Boston Scott will not be playing in this game. Maybe you see some Rashad Penny. I know everybody is talking about wanting to see Rashad Penny. Personally, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. We'll see if they actually put him in there. We still got Kenny Gainwell, so it might just be more of a workload from him. But maybe we see Penny, Rashad Penny finally getting some snaps. DeAndre Swift, to me, is a guy that you need to feature in this game. And it's not, take the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands or anything like that. But if you can get 3, 4, 5 yards a clip, that goes to what I was saying. You can tire out that defense. You can make that defense get a little demoralized. When you want to pass rush, when you have guys like Micah Parsons that want to pass rush, they want to get to the quarterback, and you're handing the ball off pretty consistently or half the time, it makes them have to second guess what they're doing. They can't just pin their ears back and say, I'm going to Jalen Hurts. So that's huge. That is huge. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles have put themselves in a position, especially starting Tyler Steen, if they do, that you can go out there and be better at the run game. Look, Suopeta was good. Suopeta was fine. He was not a terrible offensive lineman. He held down his position while Cam Jurgens has been out, but I do feel like he was lacking when it came to the run blocking. So having a guy like Tyler Steen in there, who is far more athletic in my opinion, and just more of an anchor at that guard spot, I think that is going to allow you to now get in between the tackles like you were before when Cam Jurgens was in. So time to get swifty, brother. It's time to get swifty. DeAndre Swift, man, can easily, in my opinion, be the player of the game here. And I'm not just talking about as a running back. Get him involved in the passing game. We've seen that happen over the past couple of weeks, which I love to see. Get him involved. Get him the ball on the outside. Get him some screens going. Get him involved. That's like really the only way I could say you got to get this guy involved. You got to utilize him to his full potential, because if you don't, then we become very predictable. The Philadelphia Eagles become very, very predictable if you're not utilizing that run game. We've seen it. We've seen it plenty of times. This is not a game that you want Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 40 times. This just is not. And it's, again, not knock on Jalen Hurts. It's that this defense is good. And if you continue to do the same thing, they're going to catch on, whether it's in the second quarter, third quarter, first quarter, wherever it is, they're going to catch on, and they're going to take the opportunity to jump a route. They have some good safety play. They have some very good cornerback play, even with the loss of Trayvon Diggs. So this is the time to get as unique as you can. Open up that playbook. I've been hearing that all week, all year. Open up that playbook. It's time to dig into your bag of tricks and go out there and really confuse this Dallas defense. That's been very good. I mean, at the end of the day, they've been very good. And DeAndre Swift doesn't only help, the in between the 20s. He also helps in that red zone. Let's utilize him in the red zone. Let's get him the ball in that, 10 to 5 yard range and not give the ball to Kenneth Gainwell. So we know that, Jalen Hurts is dealing with injury. I don't want him to get up and walk away from this video just because I said that. But at the end of the day, we know that he's dealing with injury. We know that he's not 110%. So utilize the guys that you have. And I think that DeAndre Swift could be a huge, huge asset to this game. Now, before we get into the last one, I just want to remind you guys, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family, man. That is the easiest way to support this channel, the easiest way to show love. And I know you guys got love for me. So definitely check the links out below. Shout out to Parlay Picks, man. We got a sponsorship with them. So down below, you guys can get 100% of your deposit matched if you just click the link. It's pretty easy, man. I know you guys like to bet anyways. So just do it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is we got to make Dink and Dak, man. Dink and Dak. We got to, they got to go slowly down the field on offense. I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles keep everything in front of them. All right. And I believe that they can do that. Keep everything in front of them. Keep Dak looking 5 to 10 yards, in the field. Make him force something downfield. You know what I'm saying? Like, make him force something downfield. This is a lot easier if you're doing all the things that I said in 1 and 2. If you're holding on to the ball, if you're taking your time on drives, if you're utilizing DeAndre Swift, if you're scoring points on your drives, this makes this a little bit easier. Keep everything in front of you. Play your guys back, even your linebackers. I don't think we need to blitz too much in this game. One thing I know is that Dak Prescott is the #1 quarterback under pressure as far as completion percentage goes. So this is not the game you want to go out there blitzing all heavy, going all crazy. This is a game that you kind of keep your linebackers back, make him make mistakes. And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is absolutely garbage and he's going to make a mistake every time the ball is in his hands, but he might make some mistakes. So go ahead and make him make those mistakes. Keep things in front of you. Make him have to go over, make him have to read to his second, third option. Not only will that, open up the room for some mistakes, that also opens up your pass rush. Now you're giving Jalen Carter, who's looking like he's going to be playing a full game and he looks like he's healthy, which is thank God, but that opens up the pass rush for him. Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, give them an extra second or two to now go after Dak Prescott, and you're getting those sacks. If you're playing man press, if you're sending 5, 6 guys, he just has to find his hot read, and he's very good at that. So this is not necessarily a game I'm saying send the house at this guy. This is a game, sit back, let him try and dink and dak his way down the field and see if you can take opportunity or take advantage of a mistake, an errant throw, bad route, whatever it may be. Read the route. Some of our cornerbacks are, they're older, so they know the game. James Bradbury is hurt. I'm not sure what's going to be his game time decision, but even if he's not playing, you got Darius Slay on the other side, Kevin Byard. Let these dogs loose and let them be a little bit more aggressive on the back end. Not necessarily, staying up close to the wide receivers, but if they see a route that they think that they know, diagnose it and just go ahead and jump that route. So I think that if you're able to make him make his way down the field, make them match our 10 play drives. That's what you got to do. Make them match our 10 play drives. And if you do that, there's going to be a mistake. There's going to be an opportunity for you to take advantage of. So I think that if the Eagles do that, I think that this will be a very, very fun game. And honestly, I think that we can go out there and blow them out. I'm going to be real with you. I truly, in my heart of hearts, feel like if we go out there and play our game, we can blow these boys out. I do think that we are a better team. I mean, that's where I'm at right now. I truly feel that we're a better team. Deron Bland and their other, what's his name? Stephen Gilmore. They've been playing good. Deron Bland's been playing outside of his mind. Their linebackers have been playing very well. Their defensive line has been pretty good. But it doesn't scare me. It does not scare me. I think that this offense has played against every type of team. I think this offense has seen every type of scheme. I think this offense has overcome a lot of different, shortcomings on their offensive side and played to their strengths even when maybe the defense didn't want to allow that. So I truly do feel that the Philadelphia Eagles have everything in their favor to go ahead and be able to go out there and win. So look, if you can do these 3 things, man, I think that it'll be a fun day for Philadelphia Eagles fans. Now, lastly, before I get out of here, I do want to remind you guys, obviously today's Saturday, right? I know people are probably like, why is there no best of enemies? Well, it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going live for the game. We are going to be live throughout the game. Me and James will probably get our girlfriends very upset because we get very loud with each other. So it's going to be fun. So I definitely want to see all Eagles fans there. Show out for your boy. I know that there's a bunch of people that go live for the games, but I think that we're going to be offering a little bit something different. Obviously, having the Cowboy and the Eagle content creator going at it live during the game. But let me know in the comments, what do you think the Eagles need to do this game in order to win? I mean, we just got to go out there. I'm going to leave you with this quote, man. You know, a great coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, a Hall of Fame coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, Dick Vermeil, once said, a day before the game against the Cowboys, he said, "What will it take to beat the Cowboys? Just another 24 hours." So I hope you guys are ready. Other than that, y'all know what it is. It's Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Let me get my vocal cords ready for Sunday. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do 'em in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.